Hey, welcome back to Russ Order Garage. Today we're going to continue on the driver's side of the rot box that I should have called probably the Titanic, because that's what it was looking like. As far as rust, it's looking a whole lot better already. But we got to finish the pillar for this door here. And I think that's all I'll do as far as what needs to be done before getting the doors off. Because as I said before, I don't want to do the floors and the rockers and stuff until I see where the frame's going to be under the car, in case I've got to build it a certain way to fit around everything. So the least I can do now, the better. But the door is already opening and closing good. I just want to finish this pillar side off first before taking the doors off the car. So it's already looking a whole lot better. I sprayed some primer on it last night just for keep it from flash rusting. Still needs seam sealer, and when it's all done, I think I'm just going to do it all with bed liner, and that'll take care of the ugliness of not ground down welds and stuff. And when you're going down the road, you'll never think about it. So it's plenty strong. It's all good now. And if you didn't see how bad that was before I started, check out the beginning of the last video, but it was pretty much looking like this with everything rotted out and nothing here. So it's coming out all right. It's strong, and that's all I really care about. Strong, safe, and it's going to work just fine. So start tackling this pillar area here. So the pillar area here came straight off the body and then boxed over to the inside there. I'm going to keep this section here. It's good metal, and it has the mounting points for my fender, so I don't want to lose those. But I'll trim this straight and build off of this and box over. It's pretty simple, other than it did bulge out around and capture these inside nuts. So I got to clean away anything that's left here and get down to just the nut, because the piece that I weld in here, I got to weld this nut to it so that it's actually functional. I don't know if those bolts will come out, but I'm going to heat them up pretty good to try to get them so that they would come out. But that's not important right now. What I'm going to do is, because I want to take the door off to fix this lower section that runs inside toward the door, I'm going to build as much as the top section as I can before I take the door off, and then go for the bottom area. So first thing I'm going to do is just clean up around these nuts for the hinges. Get this metal away because it's done, and go from there as far as rebuilding everything. Heating that up and then hitting it with the wire brush helps clean up the threads on the bolt. So when it comes time to get it out, should come out no problem. All right, well, I cleaned up around the hinges, but I noticed that the metal that was originally here was, should have thought of this obviously, was up against the hinges, and then the nut was welded behind it. So rather than try to weld around the nut, I think I'm gonna try to take these bolts out and re-weld these nuts in to the new piece. So let me get the torch and heat those up, and we'll see if anything's going to move. Get a vice grip on that to hold it, hopefully. Anything hard to get in here. This is turning. It's working. Might have to heat it up again. I've got an impact on the other side. But once things heat up, rather, once things cool down, you gotta heat it back up again. All right, got the first one out. Heat will break loose anything, that's for sure. There we go. Now the whole thing's turning. All right, let me get inside with a screwdriver. See if I can get it out of here. That's what's left of the nut. Not much. So I think I'll just replace that with a regular nut. We'll see. Originally they were in a cage, and there were square nuts to keep them from turning in the cage, but we'll see what we can do. And the bolt here, factory screw, I'm gonna try to save that. It's gonna be hot. Let me see if I can get that out of there without burning myself. Whew. Another hot one today. All right, so work continues. Fixed another couple spots that were in this brace I didn't like, so those are cut out and welded. I got one small hole up there I can deal with later, no big deal. Started making the pieces to enclose this area here, and this will actually do two things. It'll be part of the pillar to box all that in, and it'll also be a place to mount almost like a rubber shield from here to the inside of the fender. So that should work pretty good. So I'm just going to finish welding this down along this area here and then start making pieces to fill in the gaps around all this. And then I think the doors can come off. All right, time to take a break, get some lunch, let the welder cool off. All right, this is all done. It's all welded. I'll come back and do seam sealer over all the welds once we're back to the end. I'll say near the end, after the floors are done and all that stuff and all the welding is done. I'll come back and seam seal everything at that time. So this is all welded in. This is all filled in. Still got to fix this piece here. I'll do that once the doors are off and I can get in there. It'll be easier that way. But yeah, it worked out pretty well. These bolts here for the hinges, I realized that you can access this from under the fenders. There was no need to remake cages for the square nuts or anything like that. I can just do it like that, and if I need to make adjustments, I'll make adjustments. But the door looks like it's pretty good where it is, and this is strong. The whole car is moving now with all that. It's all good. And the door, you open the door now, the pillar, if there's any movement at all, it's because there's no floor, but the strength is all back in that area, and the door closes nice, no issues. So that is success. So bunch of scrap metal and a whole lot of welding wire, and I'm sure I'll have to go get more welding gas by the time to continue, but I'm happy with it. Time for lunch. All right, time to get the doors off. I'm going to start with the back. I've already done a little bit of work because this was the biggest pain in the butt to get apart. I had to drill it and made a mess of it, but tough spot. There's a pin in there holding that together that was all, it looked like it was swaged from the factory, so you couldn't get it out. And even after grinding the ends off, it didn't want to come out, so I had to drill it. But what I wanted to show you is that if you have these Phillips head type bolts holding your hinges in, you're going to need either a pneumatic or a manual impact driver like this. This is the tool to get these out. You set that in there like that and hit that with a hammer as you turn it, and it shocks them and breaks them right loose. So let me get this back door off of here. Whew. All right, I've got all the bolts loose on the back door. It has gotten humid as you wouldn't believe, and real dark, and there's a storm coming. No doubt. Holy smokes, I'm sweating. It has gotten so humid. It is insane. Get these bolts out of this door. I probably should have put a jack under it. Nice. Maybe I can put this away before the storm hits. Maybe I'll get lucky and it'll just go past me. I don't know. The clouds are moving this way. This thing came on quick. All right, time to go hide. Yep, go hide. All right, I'm ending this one here because
The storm is here and it sounds like a train in here, so that's it. Thanks for watching, thanks for following, thanks for subscribing. I'll see you on the next one. Later.